space, the final frontier. This is a story about the Starship Enterprise. Its on-stage mission to explore brand new songs, to seek out new audiences, and maybe a Tony, to boldly go where no musical has gone before. Once there was a young boy who wanted to explore Iowa United. Earth was not enough, he wanted more. So he went and joined the Starfleet, became the man he knew he was. That man is who you see today. I'm Captain James Tiberius on a Federation mission with one goal to realize. Seek out new life in the galaxy. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Everybody to their stations. The Enterprise is shipping out. Spock, have you run those final calculations?
Affirmative, Captain.
Chekov, plot our route.
Aye, Captain. Plotting vector for orbital exit.
Hey, Scotty, got that warp reactor running. Minus 20, ready or not. I gotta feel those plasma conduits a humming.
Aye, sir, I'll give her all that she's got.
Exploring space, the final frontier. We'll make history with every light year. We'll boldly go, but we'll have no fear, 'cause it's Enterprise that got us here. Climb aboard, set phasers to stun. Hang on tight, we're breaking warp 1. We're going where no one has gone before. Let's boldly go. Let's boldly go. Lieutenant Sulu, take us out of space dock. 1/4 impulse ought to do.
Oh my!
No time for chatter, got no time for small talk. Notify command, we're coming through.
I got a message coming in from Starfleet. Oh yeah, seems like they've got something to say. Whoa yeah, priority 1, got to answer quickly.
Uhura, put it on the display.
Enterprise, this is Starfleet headquarters.
Admiral Barnett, it's a pleasure to see you. How's the wife and kids?
Kirk, I've got no time for pleasantries. An urgent matter has come up. A possible security threat to the United Federation of Planets.
Seriously, it's like there's one every week.
I can't discuss it with you over subspace. We don't know who might be listening out there. Starfleet Science Officer Dr. Marcus is on her way to the Enterprise. She'll explain your orders.
Dr. Marcus.
Say, isn't that the lassie you're sweet on who's a bit out of your league?
Dr. Carol Marcus?
Yes, that's right. Is there a problem?
No. No, there's not a problem.
Dr. Marcus will explain everything once she's aboard.
Acknowledged, Admiral. Kirk out.
Exploring space, the final frontier. We'll make history with every light year. We'll boldly go, but we'll have no fear, 'cause it's Enterprise that got us here. So climb aboard, set phases to stun. Hang on tight, we're breaking warp 1. We're going where no one has gone before. Let's boldly go. Let's boldly go. Let's go!
Out here in space, I feel so claustrophobic. An emotional response, that much is clear. Think like a Vulcan doctor, trust your logic. You got something helpful, I'm all ears.
Seeking out interplanetary friendship. Enterprise's work is never done. Ask us what's everybody's favorite starship. NCC 1701. Exploring space, the final frontier. We'll make history with every light year. We'll boldly go, but we'll have no fear, 'cause it's Enterprise that got us here. So climb aboard, set phases to stun. Hang on tight, we're breaking warp 1. We're going where no one has gone before. Let's boldly go, but never slow. We'll say hello. Let's start the show. Just make it so. You gotta know. We'll boldly go. We'll boldly go. We'll boldly go. We'll boldly boldly go.
Dr. Marcus's shuttlecraft just docked. She's on her way to the bridge, Captain.
Let her in whenever you're ready, Scotty.
Oh yeah, 'cause I'm the one stolen air cop in perfect air.
Well, well, Carol. Miss me?
Maybe. Maybe you'd know if you ever returned my calls.
Oh my.
I was going to call, but saving the galaxy, and Hey, Spock, you want to help me out here?
No, there is no logical way you're going to win this one.
Pay attention now, Jim. Looks like we've got a situation on our hands. Outposts along the Klingon border of the neutral zone have sent us an urgent report via subspace. There are mysterious energy readings coming from Klingon territory. High-energy gamma rays unexplained in origin. It boils down to this. We believe the Klingons may be testing a new weapon.
The signal could very well be natural.
True, but at any rate, Starfleet wants you to investigate. We can't afford another border conflict with the Klingons. Jim, Admiral Barnett's ordering the Enterprise to the edge of the neutral zone to scout it out. We need you to find out if there's hostile intent towards the Federation.
Well, Carol, you know I'm always up for a bit of adventure.
Did you even listen to anything I said?
Yeah, neutral zones, shoot some bad guys, save the day, get the girl.
Maybe, but only if you promise to get back safe.
Don't worry, Dr. Marcus. I will be sure to take good care of him.
I'll be monitoring your frequency.
Sulu, plot a course for the outposts along the neutral zone.
Here's the report on the baseline bioscans for the crew, Doctor.
Thank you, Nurse Chapel.
So, how about the captain and Dr. Marcus?
Yes, it's quite a situation Jim's got himself into.
Sensor arrays online, Captain. All ship systems functioning within operational parameters.
Poor Captain Kirk. If only Carol would admit how she really feels.
Court slate in, Captain.
Well, sometimes it's difficult to admit your feelings for someone, especially if it's, I don't know, a coworker, say. I think Dr. Marcus is just taking a healthy amount of time.
Well, perhaps, but sometimes just admitting how you feel about someone can be a good idea, too.
Well, sometimes one person is nervous as to how the other will respond.
Maybe that person should take that risk.
Tensions all warmed up. We got full warp capability.
Well, I guess I'll go recalibrate the tricorders or something.
Sounds good. I'll see you later.
All right, gang, strap in.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Outposts, here we come.
Shulan, have you run the diagnostic?
Yes, Professor. The detector is running smoothly. The radiation levels we're detecting are accurate, but they're far too high. The evacuation warnings have already been triggered.
You're sure the cosmic rays are being properly accounted for?
I just went over the gamma ray algorithms. It's all correct. The radiation has grown in strength over the past few days, and now it's reaching dangerously high levels.
I built that detector myself. I tested it thoroughly. I know it isn't faulty, and yet we're detecting a sudden large flux of high-energy gamma rays from Klingon space. Unthinkable. Theoretically impossible. The only thing that could produce such levels would be large quantities of antimatter annihilation.
But there's no astrophysical mechanism for such vast quantities as this.
Exactly. But there it is. I've been waiting for a discovery like this my whole life, but the Andorian Science Syndicate would never take results as strange as these seriously. Without proof to back up this phenomenon, we'll be the laughing stock of every physics convention for the next century.
But
the Andorian Science Syndicate is our planet's leading scientific organization.
But
the ASS won't publish results that don't make sense.
But
the ASS won't blow hot air, no buts about it. Stop eating in the lab!
I'm a stress eater! So what can we do?
Well, we'll evacuate everyone on the main shuttlecraft, and I will remain at the observatory a few more hours to wrap up data collection and secure our results for transfer.
Professor, no, we can't leave you here.
Yes, Shulan, it's the only way to save our research, the only way to prove the existence of whatever this is.
But
I'll be fine. I've had the cellular regeneration glands implanted in my antennae.
Those glands are for the low-level radiation in the antimatter experimentation labs. They're no good for giving me anything other than headaches.
Well then, I'll find some other way to protect myself.
Professor!
I'll have no more arguing. There's nothing else to do. I don't want this any more than you, but in any case, don't you see I have to do this? I wasn't born a hero. I wasn't born to fight. I just was born a stargazer, wondering at the night. I never thought I'd be here. It never crossed my mind. I'd face a problem so unknown, unclear and undefined. But in any case, I know what I must do. And in any case, I know that I will see it through. So in any case, I'll stay and I will try to save our work, our science, till the danger passes by.
Takya.
No, I need you to supervise the evacuation.
But what'll happen to you? You don't even know what you're up against.
I'll be okay. I'm a scientist. Don't know what's in the future. Don't know what's past the dawn. But can't you see you've got to go before the chance is gone? You can't deny the science. It's telling me I'm right. The antimatter's coming soon before the morning light. So in any case, evacuate the rest. Yes, in any case, I really think it's for the best. But in any case, if I can just be brave, I'll stay right here, and with some luck, our research I will save. So go ahead and argue, insist and condescend. But I won't go, I've got to stay. Our science I will always defend. I think it's time you left now. I think it's time to fly. Don't worry, I'll be here. So when it's over, please drop by. Please try. I will not be discouraged. I won't let them hold me back. I'll persevere. I'll stay the course. I'll continue on my track. So I'll keep believing, and someday soon they'll see. And together we will understand my great discovery. 'Cause in any case, I'll be true to who I am. And in any case, yeah, I have read the spectrogram. So in any case, I guess it won't be long until I am successful. So though it might be stressful, they're gonna be impressed. You'll see when their doubts are proven
I keep telling those red shirts not to play racquetball by the plasma conduits.
They never learn.
I'll have to give Ensign Roberts another dose of synaptic stimulant.
Shall I use inappropriate?
Right as always. A standard dose of
20 cc's, I know.
What would I do without you?
'Tis a pity to lads at Space Dock weren't able to finish the warp reactor upgrades. I'll have to make the repairs myself.
Yeah, fine. How long until we have our full warp capacity?
Well, considering that we're currently maxed due to warp 6, and in order to upgrade the warp coils without frying the power couplings, I'll have to reroute the EPS conduits. It should take a couple of hours.
Mr. Scott will require approximately 2 hours to complete the upgrades.
Aye, I'll have it ready in a couple of hours.
Yeah, fine. Mr. Sulu, you and Chekov take the helm to warp 6. Keep on course toward the neutral zone.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Spock, are you sure there's nothing else we can do? If we run up against the Klingons, we'll need all the power we can muster.
I believe you may be extrapolating further than your present information allows, Captain. It is possible that the radiation phenomenon consists merely of an unexpected rise in pulsar activity.
With Klingons, you can never be too careful. This smells suspicious.
Or perhaps the radiation is coming from a naturally occurring supernova, a white dwarf emitting a thermonuclear burst.
I'm a doctor, not a cosmologist. It's more likely that the Klingons are testing some pretty lethal new technology, just hoping we won't notice.
We should approach this logically. The Enterprise is charged with the mission of exploration and discovery.
Of course.
As a doctor, you should welcome this opportunity for scholarly inquiry. We cannot let our emotions guide our decisions.
No, we can't, can we? Because you clearly don't have any. Are you out of your Vulcan mind? I'm a doctor, not a soulless machine. I am concerned about the safety and the well-being of this crew, about the dangers we will face when, not if, when we run up against the Klingons, and we'll have plenty of hazards to tackle before we can even get to that. If you can feel anything in that half-human heart of yours...
You are attempting to elicit an emotional response.
Do you want to boldly go?
All right, enough, you two.
Well, he can't.
Nope.
One.
But that is
That-
that. How? So help me, Mr. Spock. Don't think I won't give you a timeout. If. Now, what was this about hazards before we get to the neutral zone?
It's the radiation, Jim. These photons are pretty extreme, over 500 kiloelectron volts.
And you expect this radiation's going to get worse?
Well, I don't have enough to go on yet, but as a doctor, I would advise against advancing without knowing the risks. It just doesn't feel right.
Now, Bones. As Mr. Spock suggests, are you sure you're not letting your sometimes overly cautious...
Paranoid.
overly cautious emotions affect your recommendation?
Why, Jim, I am merely being realistic. Are you accusing me of forming a medical opinion based purely on whimsy rather than fact? I'm a doctor, not a charlatan.
Come on, Bones. You know I would never...
Damn it, Jim! I am not the captain of this starship or its science officer. I'm not an astrophysicist or antimatter connoisseur. I don't get warp drive physics or transporter compensators. And I'm not a subspace monitor or alien translator. No, I'm not a random red shirt or security tactician. And I'm not a helmsman or lieutenant, but as the physician of this starship, it's my duty to alert you to the danger that the radiation up ahead could make for a game changer. Jim, you know I'm not an engineer, a moon shuttle conductor, not a botanist, historian, nor memory chip inductor. And I'm not an escalator or a doorstop or a battery. And good thing you don't compliment, cause I'm immune to flattery. You know I'm just a doctor, not a Viking, nor a saint. And Jim, you know I can't work miracles. Hippocrates I ain't. I will answer questions medical from any interlocutor through and through to my bones. Damn it, Jim, I am a doctor.
He's 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 a doctor.
Dr.
Damn it, Jim.
Yes, for I can cure a Klingon cold and vaccinate a Vulcan. I can battle Earth bacteria from Bismarck to the Balkans. I have earned the trust of Tellarites for tricky tonsillectomy. I've even given Anne and Dorian an appendectomy. And once I had occasion to prescribe a Gornon enema, my exploits with the latter being worthy of the cinema. For training I interned with Dr. Fox, the great denobulant, who taught me to distinguish albumin from pseudoglobulin.
Distinguish.
To distinguish
Albumin from
pseudoglobulin. Dr. Fox, the great denobulant.
And while Spock thinks I'm illogical, I think he's too naive. Though I'm a doctor, not a diplomat or spy, I do believe that Klingon treachery is behind this, and we could be in grave peril. I just wish that Jim would see it, or at least just talk with Carol, because the radiation threat is here before our very eyes. So Captain, you must now decide what fate awaits the Enterprise. It's my job to tend the wounded, to repair, rebuild, and heal, and so it's to your better judgment I've been trying to appeal. No, Jim, I am not a charlatan, witch doctor, or decoy, but I'm a genuine physician, yes, so I'm the real McCoy. I've got 3 degrees in medicine, both cosmic and terrestrial, and I can diagnose diseases common and celestial. For as a fount of knowledge, I'm a veritable oracle, and frequently provide advice in phrases metaphorical to answer questions medical from any interlocutor through and through to my bones. Damn it, Jim, I am a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
And a good one.
And a good one.
Yes, a doctor.
Yes, a doctor.
Dr.
Any random thing that comes to mind.
What's me? I am not the captain of the Starship or its science officer. I'm not an astrophysicist or antimatter connoisseur. I don't know what my physics or support or compensators. And I'm not a subspace monitor or alien translator. I'm not a random redshirt or security technician. I'm not a helmsman or lieutenant, but it's the physician of the Starship. It's my duty to alert you to the danger that the radiation up ahead could make for a game changer. Jim, you know I'm not an engineer or moon botanist, historian, or memory chip inductor. And I'm not an escalator or a doorstep or a battery. And good thing you don't compliment, cause I'm immune to flattery. You know I'm just a doctor, not a Viking or a Satan. If you know I can work miracles, Hippocrates I ain't. I will answer questions medical from interlocked through and through to do my book, just never Jim. I am a doctor. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. Damn it, Jim, I am a doctor.
All right. So, what would you, in your professional opinion, suggest we do?
I don't know.
Well, we could increase power to the shields to prevent the photons from penetrating the hull. That should at least buy us some time, though it will cost us power.
Scotty, make it happen.
Aye, Captain. Uhura to Captain Kirk.
This is Kirk. What's up, my homegirl?
Don't call me that.
Sorry.
Captain, I have a priority one communication coming in from Starfleet.
I'm on my way. Keep Mr. Spock informed of your progress with the warp drive, will you, Scotty?
Aye, Captain.
Dajosh! Suiki! Gini Gwich! Cha! Frog in my throat. I really should stop eating those. All right, fall in, maggots. Today you begin the final missions of your training, the evaluations of which will determine your rank in the Klingon Diplomatic Corps. If you pathetic excuses for cadets are to bring honor to yourselves and your families, you will complete these tasks as if your measly, miserable lives depend on it, because they do. All right, roll call. Durthog.
Durthog.
Maltov.
Maltov.
Tagroth. Tagroth! Kharthak. Kharthak!
Kharthak!
Kharthak, this is the third time you've been late. You are a disgrace to your entire species. What was it this time?
I'm sorry, sir. It's just the hair.
No, wait. Don't tell me. Let me guess. You were taking a shower, or brushing your teeth, or some other filthy human activity. Disgusting. You and your hygiene, it makes me sick. So, where was I? Ah, yes. Mission assignments.
Oh, no.
Quiet, swine. Maltov, you shall restock the triple traps with fresh cheese. Durthog, you shall enforce the noise ordinance at the Temple of Eternal Silence.
Oh boy! That's awesome.
Tagroth, you shall travel to the tropical resort planet Klingon Sandals and report on their all-inclusive spa and buffet. Kharthak, you shall journey across the desert of 1,000 knives to the cave of despair in the sulfur lagoons of Garoth and bring back the head of that monstrous saber bear, the Malode, that is rumored to live within. Aha.
Mother.
All right, you all have your assignments. I suggest you get started right away.
Hi. Excuse me, Mr. Vogels, sir, I was wondering if maybe I could, switch assignments?
What did you say?
I was wondering if it would be possible to fulfill my requirements through a more diplomatic channel.
Oh, my. Well, let's see what we have here. No.
What about a cultural study? I would be more than happy to examine the civilization of, say, the United Federation of Planets.
Now you listen here, you khaki-wearing runt!
Khaki-wearing!
Silence! Your sick infatuation with the Federation has gone far enough. If you do not wish to bring honor for yourself, you should at least try to bring honor to your family. You think they're so much better than us because of their art and science and respect for life. Well, now you listen to me, you worthless pig, because I'm only gonna say this once. We can conquer, claim our glory, taking planets like they're free. We can rule over the galaxy as kings. But that's not all of the story, for there's some who disagree. And it's high time that you realize one thing. Klingons are misunderstood. The humans think we're primitive, we're mindless troglodytes. But if they got to know us, then they'd see that we're alright. For anything a Federation thinks that it can do, the Klingon Empire sure can do it too. Yes, we might seem a little mean to blast our foes to smithereens, but we're no bunch of Philistines, we're highly cultured. They think we're unsophisticated, we know we're just underrated. Klingons are misunderstood. So, what do you have to say for yourself?
I just thought that perhaps by better understanding the Federation, we'd be more prepared to crush those weak-boned, lesser beings.
What do you have in mind, young Kharthak?
I'd like to bring a bit of Federation culture to the people of Kronos. We could have film showings, and comic books, and coffee.
Coffee?
It's a human beverage made from ground beans, often mixed with milk, a liquid procured from an earth creature called a cow.
A drink of bitter mashed vegetable juice, mixed with the fetid bodily fluid of a mangy beast? Perhaps the humans aren't so different from us after all.
Yeah, I wish.
All right, Kharthak. If you want to study the Federation so badly, listen in on their frequencies and log everything in this record. Feel that completely, and your previous demerits will be forgiven, and you can join the ranks of the honored. Failed to do so, and, well, you better get used to wearing a paper bag over your head. They think that they're so fancy with their literature and art, but we've got Klingon Hamlet, which our younglings learn by heart. Picasso, Rembrandt, and Van Gogh, with all their sketchery, cannot compare to Klingon treachery. And though we've not the best decor, we're masters at the art of war. So why does everyone abhor our Klingon culture? Our conquered worlds think they're oppressed, but really they should be impressed. Yes, Klingons are misunderstood. Yes, Klingons are misunderstood. And though I might seem like a hardened Klingon warrior now, when I was a young Klingon boy, I had dreams of something more. I dreamed of starring in the Klingon opera. But such opportunities are allotted to but a few. And the house of my father and his father before him had always been a house of warriors. When I received my first bat'leth and first fought in my first battle for the Empire, even then I knew in my heart that really I just wanted to dance. This young Kharthak is so eager and so full of hope and ideas, but that's not the Klingon way. So am I harder on him than all the rest? Perhaps. I just want to save him from the disappointment I had to face. He has to learn not every dream can come true. So though we seem trifle tough, and our deportment's kinda rough, though Klingon words sound somewhat gruff. We're really friendly. So come on down to Kronos now, dodge our blockade and you'll see how. Klingons, I'm talking about Klingons, that's right. Klingons are misunderstood. One more time, Klingons are misunderstood.
Message 1. Time, 19.55. Message? Message? None.
Normally, I wouldn't disturb you in engineering, Captain, but this seemed to be of great importance.
On screen, please, Uhura.
This is Starfleet Science Officer Carol Marcus.
Oh, so formal. A Priority 1 communication indeed. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Long time no see. Carol. How's planet Earth in my absence?
Considerably more sensible, Jim. If a bit less amusing. I'm calling on business. Have you encountered anything unusual?
Other than the typical amount of unusual from Mr. Spock? No, nothing I can think of. Why?
2 hours ago, we lost contact with Andorian science outposts 37 and 38 along the border of the neutral zone.
Well, it could be a malfunction.
Unlikely. I keep hearing more and more rumors about this energy signal, and from what I've heard, the Klingons could very well be preparing for war. As a Starfleet science officer with expertise in alien weaponry, it's my duty to
Carol,
advise...
please, we're just taking a look around.
Just be careful.
See, I knew you were concerned about me.
I just want to make sure the Enterprise comes back in one piece.
Oh, is that all? Well, maybe when I bring her back whole, you and I could... Oh. Kirk out.
Jim, you gotta pull yourself together.
I wish I could, but what am I supposed to do? Carol keeps ignoring me. It's like I don't even exist. I'm just not used to feeling like that. I mean, look at me. I'm pretty fantastic. Huh?
Mm-hmm. We'll be at the outpost soon. I'll go inform the rest of the crew. I'm out. Peace.
It's like no matter what I do, she seems more interested in the impending threat of an all-out war between the two most powerful nations in the galaxy. Like, what about me? Aren't I just as important? Come on.
Fine. Just bring it back.
I will. Captain's log. Personal entry. Carol, why do you ignore me? Tell me, what did I do wrong to merit your indifference while my heartache you prolong? Why can't you see a better catch? You won't find any place than this valiant starship captain boldly venturing through space. You don't know what you're missing, 'cause I know I'm pretty rare. How many guys can sail the stars with perfect wavy hair? I'm the youngest starship captain, I'm the best spaceman on Earth. But you never realized what you had, you never saw my worth. As great as I know I am, can't help but second guess. 'Cause though I seem invincible, my heart is in distress. Your words I can still recall the day, the very hour that we met at Starfleet in the springtime with the sun about to set. You always were a smart one, always buried in your work. You never seem to have the time for me, you're dashing Kirk. So Carol, take a look now, see the man you're letting go. Don't leave my love so lightly, cause I doubt you'll ever know a guy on planet Earth or in this great big galaxy who cares as much as I do, or who's anything like me. As great as I know I am, can't help but second guess. Cause though I seem invincible, my heart is in distress. Your words aren't gonna hurt me via subspace telegram. I just have to remember I'm as great as I know I am.
You look awful nice today, Nurse Chapel. That really brings out your eyes.
Thank you. They're my scrubs.
Oh. Well, did you do something different with your hair?
No.
Well, good, because I really like your hair this way.
Thanks. I like your hair this way, too. I mean your way, not my way. I mean, obviously.
We are nearing the coordinates of Outpost 38, Captain.
Where is it?
According to the database, Outpost 38 should be located
0.2 astronomical units ahead of our present location.
Captain, I'm not picking up anything on subspace.
Try contacting them directly.
I'm hailing all frequencies, but I'm not picking up anything. Not even the normal interference that's usually given off by a functioning outpost.
Oh my!
Captain, the outpost shows heavy damage.
Consistent with antimatter bombardment.
I'm reading no power or life support.
What about all the people down there?
It's dead, Jim.
Mr. Spock, tell me something.
Scans indicate no biosigns.
What about the other outposts that reported energy readings? Are they in sensor range?
Barely, but we can boost the scan.
It should put us in reach of the observatory on Outpost 37.
Observatory?
Outpost 37 is the site of the Andorian Science Syndicate Observatory.
Anything on the scan?
I'm detecting one biosign. It is faint, but there.
Can we beam them aboard?
Nay, the shielding's blocking the signal, Captain.
All right. Lieutenant, alter course. Bring us into beaming range.
But Captain, we ain't able to beam them up.
I know. That's why we'll be beaming down. Bones, Spock, you're coming with me. Sulu, take the helm.
Oh my!
3 to beam down, Scotty. Energize.
Quaint.
Hello? Is anyone there? We're here to save you.
Well, you certainly took your time. I've already restored the life support to full capacity, recalibrated the radiation detector array, finished rough drafts of 3 papers, and organized the hard copies of our data for transport. Oh, and I managed to restore basic function to the food replicator. Tea?
Thanks. Who are you?
Professor Takya of the Andorian Science Syndicate, Division of Cosmology and Astrophysics. And you are?
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. This is Dr. McCoy and my science officer, Mr. Spock, who detected your biosign.
Oh. Awfully kind of him. Dadu can't fight this feeling, girl, don't even try. Dadu, no use in hiding from the truth that my heart's all aflutter, and I know just why. Can't you see that I can't help feeling like I do? I know I've never seen you anywhere. I know I'd recognize that stupid hair. And though you may be Vulcan, I don't care, 'cause that isn't why I fell for you. I thought there was no hope, I thought it was defeat. But then we beamed aboard, yeah, my heart skipped a beat, and there you were. Your brow so quizzical, your eyes so clear. Your face impassive and those pointy ears. Though your demeanor is a bit austere, I can tell you, dear, that I totally get you. Though I'm Andorian, a world apart, and you're too logical to trust your heart. I think together we could make a start. So let's both discover something new. My world was cold and dark, my soul was sad and blue. But then we found the door, and there I fell for you, and there you were. Thank you for finding me, Mr. Spock.
I was merely fulfilling my duty as a member of Starfleet. No thanks are necessary, Professor.
Oh, please, call me Takya.
So, Takya.
Professor Takya?
Got it. So, Takya, where exactly is everyone?
Well, I ordered an evacuation when the radiation reached dangerous levels, and I stayed behind to ensure that our data was secure. Doctor, please!
Starfleet regulation, now hold still.
If you remained behind, how did you survive the radiation exposure?
Artificial cellular regeneration glands in her antennae. Very rare, especially in an Andorian. I know how their people feel about their antennae.
No, that's for laboratory exposure. I hid in the refrigerator.
Oh.
Rather chilly in there, wasn't it?
Not really. I grew up on Andoria, and it's literally made of ice, so the cold never bothered me anyway.
Still, it was certainly brave of you to stay behind.
Awfully logical of you.
Awfully heroic.
So did you happen to see this Klingon weapon?
Weapon? Whatever are you talking about, Doctor? There's no weapon.
No weapon, huh? You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I was here during the antimatter bombardment.
That's right. Here. All alone. No one else to claim otherwise. Awfully heroic. Awfully convenient.
Come on now, Bones. There's no need to be so harsh on the girl.
I am a woman.
We're honored to have you come aboard, Takya.
Professor.
In fact, perhaps you'd care to join our mission. I'm sure we could use someone with your...
Captain, if I may.
Excuse us. What?
I find your offer most illogical. As Enterprise's sole science officer, I am more than capable of handling any and all technical aspects of the mission. There is no need to bring on superfluous science personnel or outside experts.
Is that what this is about? Spock, don't worry. No one could ever replace you.
I am aware of that.
So, you're not afraid of a little competition, are you? So, Takya, how would you like to join our crew on board
Are you out of your corn-fed mind?
What?
You want to let her in on this mission? You don't know anything about this, Professor. You don't get engaged at speed dating.
Bones, please, I have Carol. I mean, sure, Taki's pretty hot, I guess.
No, it's a metaphor.
I don't get it.
It's like this, Jim. Now we find this Takya character so charming, charismatic, all alone aboard this outpost with her background enigmatic. Now I don't like to presume or readily leap to conclusions, but the situation's suspect and I suffer no delusions, for it seems to me that Takya could be helping out the Klingons with her expertise and knowledge, so I don't think we should bring onto the Enterprise this stranger and potential scheme concoctor. But what do I know? For after all, Jim, damn it, I'm a doctor.
Wait. You do speed dating?
What? No. Sometimes. Look, the point is, I'm not sure if trusting Takya is the best.
Talking about me?
What?
No. Big game
Anyway, as we were saying, we would be honored to have you join us on our mission, Takya. I'm sure your scientific expertise could be of great use to us.
Thank you. I accept. Who wouldn't jump at the chance to work with Mr. Spock?
Jump at the chance to work with Mr. Spock. Oh, you were serious.
Scotty, 4 to beam up.
Cup in!
Yeoman, take her bags to the guest suite on deck 2. Everyone, I'd like you to meet Takya.
Professor Takya of the Andorian Science Syndicate, I thank you all for your hospitality.
Pleasure to have you aboard.
All right, everyone, listen up. We have 2 outposts destroyed by an unknown force. It looks like antimatter bombardment, and all signs point to a source in Klingon space. Sulu, begin plotting a course to the border of the neutral zone. Sulu, back to your post.
Come on. Jim, you can't be serious about this Klingon business.
I'm always serious. Chekov, a little help here. You were saying?
We should head back toward Federation space, wait for reinforcements. We can't face the Klingons and their fancy new weapon alone.
Oh, Doctor, please, I told you. The Klingons aren't even involved. Any technology that could produce such large quantities of antimatter would be centuries beyond the Klingons. This could only be a naturally occurring phenomenon.
A very rational conclusion, Takya.
When you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains.
However improbable, must be the truth. And if it is as such a natural phenomenon, then a great threat is posed to the Klingon Empire, a threat to which they must be alerted.
Which would mean having to venture into Klingon space. All right. Takya, I need you to get me all the information you can on whatever this is.
I'll need access to the ship's detector array.
Scotty, take her to engineering, help in any way she needs.
Aye, Captain.
Now, Spock. Spock, you with me, buddy?
Captain,
Yeah, Spock?
I believe I am developing a strong emotional attachment to Professor Takya.
Really? You and That's adorable. You got yourself a little crush. Oh, you guys need a cute couple name. Can I call you guys Spockya?
Captain, while that is grantedly a clever portmanteau, according to Starfleet Regulation 619, an officer cannot allow himself to become emotionally compromised while serving on a mission. I have come to relieve myself of duty.
You said relieve yourself of duty. Spock, the little captain's room is down the hall if it's an emergency.
Captain,
Oh, come on, Spock. Look, I'm not going to make you step down, especially not at a time like this. I need you. You'll remain at your post.
But, Jim, the regulation...
When have you ever known me to follow those old things anyway? Regulations are more like, suggestions.
Not really.
So, Takya, huh? All right, tell me all about her.
I find her logic and reason to be rather refreshing.
Oh, steamy. So, what's your plan?
Plan?
To win her over. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Can I be your wingman? I'm totally gonna be your wingman.
I really do not require one.
Oh? Well, then what's your idea?
I intend to handle my emotional investment the proper way.
The proper way?
Yes, the Vulcan way.
The Vulcan way. What's that? Oh, nuts.
Not too far from planet Earth, 16 light years or so, in orbit round a yellow star is a planet you should know. And on that rusty spheroid, from that dry and dusty plain, there grew a culture wise and strong, or so I shall explain. For long we fought among ourselves in age's darkest night. Emotion overpowered us, but then we saw the light. We chose to live with logic, our feelings cast away. Pure reason's really all we need, 'cause that's the Vulcan way. We're people phlegmatic, not droll or dramatic. A Vulcan's never overwrought. In every word and every thought, we're repressed. And so, as I'm half Vulcan, you won't find me sulking or moving on as humans turn. In love, your species never learns, but I digress. As simple as humans are, it's really amazing you've gotten this far. With words scientific, I'll be quite prolific, and every day we will find love together. Birds of a different feather will fly through life the Vulcan way. If I'm right in my surmise, and Takya loves me likewise, we'll prove a paragon of pairs. Compatible beyond compare, next to none. It's gonna be so great, we'll meet in the lab for our first date. We'll peer review papers and other such papers, exchange a monograph or two. We'll test each other's high IQ, just for fun. It's all arranged and planned. I'll show her my CAT scan and she'll understand. It's all quite romantic, so call it pedantic and somewhat passé. But we'll start our next chapter, logically ever after. We'll live and love the Vulcan way.
Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let's not do that. But, lucky for you, you've come to the right man.
Have I?
Yeah, come on. Who's the coolest guy you all know?
Tsar Peter Alexeyevich the Great.
No.
Liberty Hyde Bailey.
Who?
Why, the father of horticulture.
No.
The great dramatist Anton Pavlovich Chekov.
No.
Master fencer Camilo Agrippa, who in 1553...
All of these guys are dead. I mean, someone living. On board this ship.
Oh,
Scotty! What? Scotty? No, me!
Oh.
Really, you guys think Scotty is cooler than me?
yeah, it's probably the accent.
He's got a pretty cool accent.
Wow. Wow. I mean me! I can give you all the relationship advice you need. That is what you came for, right?
No.
Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Why is Carol so upset with you?
Shut up, Spock. I meant about you.
Well, I guess it would be nice to feel mutual romantic interest with Professor Takya.
You want to get her to like you? Well, that is the easiest of all. What is the one thing all women love?
Botany.
Ballet.
The Three Musketeers.
The proletariat.
What is wrong with you? No. Women love confidence. You just gotta walk in there like you own the place.
Confidence?
Confidence is the most important thing.
I thought the most important thing was being yourself.
Nope, confidence. You gotta know what you want and not be afraid to get it. But don't make it look easy. Oh no. You gotta know that you deserve the best and act like it.
Arrogance is a rather difficult state of mind for a Vulcan to access.
Arrogance? No. It's just confidence.
All right.
Don't worry. I'll teach you everything I know. And then the next time you're working alone with Takya, bam.
Bam?
Bam!
Bam.
Bam! Bam!
We'll work on it.
Bam?
We'll work on it. Come on, let's go.
Hey, Kharthak, want some tar?
No, I'm fine,
You
thanks.
sure?
Yeah, I ate earlier, so,
What's the matter, Kharthak? Too much baloney? Too barbaric? Not sophisticated enough for you?
Yeah, be careful there, Maltov. Those are some pretty big words you're throwing around. I wouldn't want you to strain your brain cell.
Whoa! Shut it! Yeah, well, teeth brusher.
Teeth brusher, teeth brusher.
Federation scum.
Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you have to fear it.
I don't fear anything, sandwich eater!
Sandwich eater, sandwich eater.
It is weak-boned Klingons like you who would see the Empire fall to ruin. We've all heard of these so-called antimatter storms wreaking havoc in the edge of Klingon space. It's pretty clear that it's your precious Federation behind them. But has the High Council done anything about it? No. They're all too afraid of the Federation. Well, trust me, when I'm in charge, that will all change.
Get down from there, Maltov. You'll hurt somebody.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Let's go get some fresh, wriggling gah.
Those guys all think that they're so tough, but still they cannot see. This planet's just a speck of dust in this great big galaxy. If we could look beyond the Empire's conquering and strife, we'd find among those stars a better life. Up in the sky I watch them shine and wonder if I'll ever find a way to make them change their minds and finally realize that Klingons could be so much more than all their ignorance and war. Still, this Klingon's misunderstood. I'm used to their rejection, their insults and contempt. Just because I'm not like them, unlearned, unkind, unkempt. Sometimes I lay awake at night and wish that I could be someone who could fit in, someone, not me. Still, I know I can change who I am. When did things get so out of hand? Why can't I make them understand just how I'm feeling. Won't play their games or show them weakness. Gotta turn the other cheek, yes. This Klingon's misunderstood.
You hear that? Oh, it's a real-life Federation transmission! I can just figure out some way to strengthen the signal. I can hear them more clearly and, maybe even talk to them. With this transmission, I'll finally prove to Maltov and all those other cadets that I am worth something. That would show them. That would show them all.
So do your worst, insult and spurn. I'll persevere, await my turn to make a difference. How I earn to prove my worth. Then they'll see I've been right all along. They'll cheer my name and sing my song. This Klingon will no longer be misunderstood.
Status.
Only 5 minutes at warp 9 from Klingon space.
The very edge of the Federation. Proceeding further could be construed an act of war against the Klingon Empire.
This is it.
Captain, if we're going to venture beyond the Federation, we need to alert Starfleet.
Open a channel to Admiral Barnett.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid you won't have very long. The subspace network is weak this far out.
Admiral Barnett, can you see me?
Yes, Jim.
I can't see you.
Oh, hang on.
You have to share your video.
I know. How do I,
It's the little button in the corner.
Yes.
Oh, now you're full screen.
The other corner, sir. The one that looks like a camera.
Dr. Marcus, do you know how I, Yes, Captain. What's on your mind?
We've got a bit of a situation here, Admiral.
Now, why doesn't that surprise me?
Jim, what's going on?
We've located the outposts, or what little was left of them. Based on their calculations, the signal is definitely coming from Klingon space.
Okay, hold your position. We'll send the USS Pegasus out your way and
Sorry, Admiral, but we can't wait for you to call in the cavalry.
Kirk, if the Klingons have attacked a Federation outpost...
Actually, we have reason to believe that this antimatter is not a weapon. We were able to beam aboard Professor Takya of the Andorian Science Syndicate, who'd remained behind at the outpost to back up their research. She believes this could be some kind of large, natural, astrophysical anomaly... spacey thingy, which could pose a threat to the entire Klingon Empire.
Jim, you don't owe the Klingons anything.
We've
What are you
decided
doing?
we have a moral obligation to enter Klingon space and warn them of the potential danger.
Jim, you told me you'd be safe. This was just supposed to be a scouting mission.
Carol!
Now off you go again, boldly going into absurd spacefaring shenanigans. Can't you have a routine mission just once?
Oh, come
For
on,
my
Carol.
sake.
Isn't the bravado part of the charm? You wouldn't want to hear stories of boring routine missions now, would you? Admiral, if I have your go-ahead.
Well, I don't think there's really a precedent for a situation like this. So I leave the decision up to you. It's not like you ever even followed the Prime Directive if you didn't like it. Let alone orders from little old me.
Thank you, Admiral. Really, we're not any happier about this decision than you are, but it's the right thing to do.
Good luck, Captain.
Kirk out.
In all my research, I've always observed and calculated, never saved the day. And now, whether I'm right or wrong about the source of this antimatter, the cost of merely finding out is to fly headlong into Klingon space. I miss my observatory.
Indeed, it may not be the best of circumstances, but we have a duty as members of Starfleet to provide help to those who need it, whatever the danger. This starship carries several hundred members of Starfleet, but there are billions of lives at stake if the Klingons are not given fair warning of this threat of antimatter destruction. There is an old Vulcan axiom attributed to Sirach.
That's right. The needs of the many
outweigh the needs of the few.
Or the one.
Only one ship and crew. By what right can I ask of you to go on, to face danger, to be selfless, brave, and true? Only one man am I, just one life, and I know that my way ahead will be dark, but I'll be strong, the odds defy. Only wandering, one ship and crew, by what right can I ask of you to go on, to face danger, to be selfless, brave, and true? Only one man am I, just one life, and I know that my way ahead will be dark, but I'll be strong beyond defy. The needs of the many outweigh those of the few. These simple words remind us to do what we must do. And so it is decided we must carry on. The past is left behind us, our future has begun. The needs of the many, the duty that we share, a shield for worlds uncounted, the honor that we bear. For no load is too heavy, no track too far, and so it's for the good of others, the Enterprise will go. Only one path that I have taken, one mission and one route. Only one, the chances I've forsaken have never caused me doubt. Only one, cannot help but wonder why did she turn away? Only one, my heart that tripped asunder, one heart in despair. The needs of the many outweigh those of the few. These simple words remind us to do what we must do. And so it is decided we must carry on. The past is left behind us, our future has begun. The needs of the many, the duty that we share, a shield for worlds uncounted, the honor that we bear. For no load is too heavy, no track too far, and so it's for the good of others, the Enterprise will go. For the good of others, the Enterprise will. No load is too heavy, no track too far, and so it's for the good of others,
'cause now the struggle will begin.
Exploring space, the final frontier. We've crossed the line, the future's unclear. We'll boldly go, though danger is near, for the Enterprise will persevere. The die's been cast, the battle line's drawn. Hang on tight, we'll keep moving on. We're going where no one has gone before. Let's boldly go. Let's boldly go.
My heart is pounding, not just from the danger. But does he see I gotta know?
Though my mind says she's practically a stranger, this Vulcan heart says boldly go.
Best keep our chins up, laddies. I'm insistent. We'll make it through, but at what cost?
And though the way back home is growing distant, the Enterprise will not be lost.
Exploring space, the final frontier. We've crossed the line, the future's unclear. We'll boldly go, though danger is near, for the Enterprise will persevere. The die's been cast, the battle line's drawn. Hang on tight, we'll keep moving on. We're going where no one has gone before. Let's boldly go. Let's boldly go. Let's boldly go. Let's boldly go. Boldly go. Boldly go. Boldly go. Boldly go. We'll 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 boldly go.
Captain's log. We have been traveling for a few hours. According to charts, we should be approaching the coordinates. We get there when we get there. I'm tired of you asking. We're already going faster than the speed of light. We literally can't go much faster. Chekov, it is way past your bedtime and you know it.
No, I'm fine, sir. Really, I'm fine.
So, what's the deal with Spock?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
I mean, is he single or?
Why? Are you interested?
Oh no, I just
I remember when I had a crush on him. You remember that?
That got super awkward.
Look, if you're interested in Spock, then best of luck to you. That man is a hard nut to crack.
He's a nut, all right.
But really, you should go for it. He's a charming man. He's courteous and smart. Oh, and once every 7 years, Vulcans are literally consumed by lust.
Okay. Thank you, Christine.
Sulu, give me an update. Where are we?
We are now 2 parsecs into Klingon space, Captain. In a few hours, we'll be nearing Kronos.
If we are detected by a Klingon vessel, our presence would likely be interpreted as an act of war.
There's too much interference from the radiation. And with no way to get a message out, we'll be sitting ducks.
Is there any way to hide the Enterprise from detection?
We cannot cloak from visual contact. The Federation does not possess Romulan or Klingon cloaking technology.
We could rotate the warp field harmonics in a random sequence. It'd make our warp signature look like a whole other gobbledygook, but at a 7% increase in power drain.
Sounds good. How soon can you complete the modifications?
Faster than you could say Edinburgh. Give me a couplers.
Takya, how's it coming?
Anti-proton detections are marginal, but we seem to be getting closer to the source of antimatter. I am detecting an increase in positrons and 511 kiloelectron-volt gamma rays as we head deeper into Klingon space.
Such a way with words.
Cool.
Jim, I need to talk to you.
Of course. But what's on your mind?
It would be best if I could talk to you alone.
Yeah?
You know, without...
Oh, without Takya?
Please.
Okay, yeah, Takya, could you...
I'll be in engineering.
What's with the secrecy, Bones? Is this private? Wait, is this about my checkup again? Because I already told you I am not doing that. This is the 23rd century. I'm sure you can find a better way than shoving your finger up...
That's not what this is about!
Oh, good.
Jim, I've been thinking about Professor Takya.
Oh, not you too.
There's something different about her.
Oh boy.
She just gives me this feeling.
Say no more.
I think she might be conspiring with the Klingons.
Bones. Wait, what?
What were you saying?
I thought you... Never mind. What makes you think that?
Well, you have to admit it's a bit odd. I mean, would we even be in Klingon space if she hadn't been so adamant?
Well, no, probably not, but that doesn't mean that there's
And you don't know anything about her. You need to be more careful.
I am being careful. All I did was invite aboard an unknown scientist from a deserted outpost and ask her to become closely involved in our mission of utmost secrecy and importance.
We've never had anything but trouble from mysterious passengers on board the Enterprise. First there was Khan.
Well, okay.
And then the lovely but lethal Elan of Troyes.
Okay.
And then those awful space hippies. Oh.
Okay. They were just rude, though. That's all.
Do you not see the pattern here? Come on, Jim.
Everyone quiet down. Captain, I'm picking up a transmission.
I thought we lost communications.
Oh, we've lost the ability to send messages, but it seems we can still receive them.
Oh, like when Scotty resets the Wi-Fi password and forgets to tell anyone.
Exactly.
Well, what is it?
Oh, it's kilts for life. But the 4 is like a 4, and the kilts is with a Z.
I meant the message, but thanks. Haven't been able to stream the latest episode of Firefly for days.
Trust me. Trust me, the season 2 finale is worth the wait.
Oh, it is? It's a shame it was canceled before season 3.
I know! Oh, I'll put the transmission on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second. Maybe if I... hello?
Hello?
Yes, I did it! Oh, I've been monitoring your frequency for days, trying to get some kind of connection. But where are my manners? On behalf of the Klingon Empire, I welcome your Federation ship to Kronos. We are honored to have you visit.
Welcome. The honor is ours. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Kharthak, son of Glarf. I'm the junior diplomatic envoy assigned to relations with the Federation.
Seems like we got a newbie on our hands. Probably his first day.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise.
Wow, are you from Earth?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Cool, which part?
All of me.
I've been reading up on your culture and history, and I think there's a lot we can learn from each other. Well, the pen is mightier than the sword and all that jazz.
Indeed.
What kind of a Klingon chooses a pen over a sword?
I guess I'm not like other Klingons.
Kharthak, you haven't happened to notify anyone of our little visit yet, have you?
Not yet. I'm the only one who knows you're here. I was hoping that our communication would be my chance to prove myself. You might not believe this, but I'm not the most popular with my supervisor.
No, I can believe it. So, how were you able to detect the Enterprise when no one else could?
Well, the ship detection network is down. All I know is that there's some sort of mysterious antimatter storm affecting communications planet-wide. I was only able to detect you because I've been monitoring your frequency.
Wait, how long have you been spying on us?
I wouldn't call it spying. I've just always had a fascination with Federation culture and a bit of a hobby tinkering with subspace transceivers, so... Wait a second. Why are you here?
One of the Federation's science outposts was bombarded by a large amount of antimatter, and we tracked the radiation signature here.
We initially thought it was a Klingon weapon, but...
A Klingon weapon? No. In fact, there are some here who think that the Federation is behind it. It's not, right?
Of course not. Listen, Kharthak, we're still trying to figure this whole thing out, so until that time, could you just keep this between us?
But this is my first big break. And besides, I have an obligation to inform my superiors.
Don't worry, you will. I'll make sure of it, but we need more time. If you could just wait to tell them until we're ready, I promise you will get your chance. Do you trust me? Thank you, Kharthak. Please, stand by. All right, I want us on red alert. Thoughts?
We haven't got a diplomat, we've got a Federation fanboy.
I never seen a Klingon so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I'm just not sure we can trust him.
It could be a trap.
I like him.
Your reactions, with the possible exception of Chekov, are logical. Caution is warranted. However, we seem to have no alternative.
So we just have to trust this Klingon not to tell anyone we're here?
If you want to contain the information, we could always beam him aboard.
No!
All right.
We are not kidnapping a Klingon. They're more trouble than a truckload of tribbles.
I managed to get a lock on the transmission's coordinates down on Kronos.
Good.
So what's the plan? This whole thing could be one giant trap.
It could. But even if it is, I think we'll follow through with it. We'll set a course for Kronos and beam down to Kharthak's coordinates.
With the help of this young diplomat, we may be able to contact the Klingon High Council.
I'll head down to engineering and help Scotty with the beam down coordinates.
Thanks, Uhura.
You trust Kharthak? You trust Takya? Is there anyone you don't trust?
I've always been a little suspicious of Yeoman Rand. You know, she just kind of gives me the creeps. Besides, what choice do we have?
We are presently unable to contact Starfleet.
Yeah, and now we're headed into Klingon space with a possible co-conspirator. It's like this, Jim. A fox hunter wouldn't release his hounds if he knew one of them was a fox.
What?
The hounds have to be able to trust each other.
So hang on, am I the hunter?
What? No. You're a hound.
Then who's a fox?
Takya's the fox.
Don't let Spock hear you say that.
Oh. You know what I mean.
Okay, I think so. Oh, that reminds me. Hey, Spock.
Yes, Captain?
Takya's in engineering. Now's your chance to impress her.
Oh, I don't...
Just remember everything I told you, all right?
Yes, Jim.
Walk in there with confidence and show her what a catch you are. And if that doesn't work, try some of these. I wrote these out especially for you. This never fails.
Are you certain that this will work?
Never fails.
All right.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Swagger.
Swagger.
Allure.
Allure.
You got this. Go get her, Tiger.
Confidence, swagger, allure. Confidence, swagger.
Spock and Takya? Did you think?
I heard him say it himself.
I don't know, he's been nothing but professional to her.
That's because he's trying so hard to ignore her.
He's been nothing but formal with you, too.
Montgomery, please. In what crazy, messed up alternate universe would Spock and I ever be a couple?
That would be weird.
So weird. Oh, shh. Here he comes.
Oh, hello. Spock?
Hey, girl. Wink. Oh.
Hello? I was just calibrating the sensors for the detected particle species when I realized that...
How you doing?
I'm fine. As I was saying, I've tracked the detected flux over the past 3
looking
hours.
good. You do something new with your antennae?
Spock!
Set phasers to stunning.
What has gotten into you?
Oh, come on now, doll. Don't be blue.
Well, I never. The nerve. And to think.
Okay, change of plans. We're going in now.
Professor, could you be here and run a diagnostic on the port detector array? It's acting might be funny. It's malfunctioning a bit. I mean,
You're the engineer. Shouldn't you have a look at it?
I am the engineer. That is true. I'm just so super busy with this warpy thingy.
Scotty is working on some important warp drive upgrades that the captain requested be completed as quickly as possible.
Very well then. I'll check it out as soon as I finish this analysis.
Absolutely. If you could just go, please.
You gotta go now!
Oh! All right.
Thank you. Sit down, Spock.
I beg your pardon, Lieutenant?
It is not my pardon you should be begging. It's Takya's. Is that any way to treat a lady? Especially one as crazy about you as she is. What was all that?
I do not understand. I followed Jim's advice to the letter.
Jim's advice. Oh, say no more. Say no more.
The captain's a good man, but a bit.
Sulu has plants with more emotional sensibility than him.
It's a fine mess you've got yourself in, laddie.
If you want to win Takya back, you're gonna have to do this right.
I am not sure how. I seem unable to explain my feelings or even access them.
Oh, I've got just the thing. A little secret of Scotty's and mine. And a foolproof way to express how you feel. There's a beat appearing in engineering. It's a melody, I know. So take a seat, just tap your feet and watch the warp drive tango. The crystals hum as notes you strum, so turn the warning lights down low. Dilithium crazy rhythm will make the warp drive tango. Feel the buzz of antimatter as it flows through the warp core. Feel your heart go pitter-patter as you stride across the floor.
Though it's not that scientific, and it isn't mathematized, I know you think she's terrific.
We can see it in your eyes.
So take your girl out for a whirl, let music sway you to and fro.
Don't be so shy, give it a try. And dance the warp drive tango. No need to hide your human side. You gotta let your feelings She thinks you're cute, so don't compute. Just dance the warp drive tango. Ask the engineer, he'll tell you. My advice is hard to beat. Go on, Scotty, dear.
Try it through, you can woo her with your feet.
Let the music tell her for you all the feelings you can't say, and you'll find that she'll adore you. Go and dance the night away.
Her words are true, so take a clue. Just change the blooming status quo. Take this advice, cause it's precise. Good as the warp drive tango.
When lending air, I made it clear you cannot take your love so slow. Don't be so cold, just go be bold and dance the warp drive tango.
Just dance the warp drive tango. Just dance the
Warp drive
tango.
I must find Takya.
Go! And hurry! You don't have long before we reach Kronos. And the sensor deck is that way!
Takya!
Hello. I've linked the detector with the ship's computer, and once the algorithm has run, we should be able to pinpoint the source of...
Takya, about before.
I'd prefer not to talk about it.
But I have to. How I acted back there was inexcusable. All those things I said, I did not mean them.
So you don't feel that way?
No, I do, just not in those words. The sentiment was genuine, but I was not.
That sounds highly illogical.
Yes, it is. You make me illogical in the best possible way.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's like stargazing. Look, when I look at the stars in the sky, I know that really they're all just massive conglomerations of hydrogen undergoing thermonuclear fusion reactions.
True.
But when I'm with you, they're not just that. When I'm with you, those massive fiery spheres of plasma suspended in the cold vacuum of space are so much more. When the photons emitted eons ago from those possibly long-dead stars travel an untold number of light years to fall on your face, that starlight feels maybe just a little bit magical.
Spock, what are you trying to say?
Takya, there's so much that I want to say to you that I'm not quite sure how to say it. As a Vulcan, I have trouble expressing my emotions, but for you, I will try. So, for the first time in my life, gonna let my feelings show. 'Cause I love you, Takya dear, and I gotta let you know. There's a Starfleet regulation, I won't let it bother me. Officers of Starfleet must never allow themselves to be emotionally compromised. When I look into your eyes, I can see and feel it too. It's a love I can't control, I feel it deep down in my soul, that I'm meant to be with you. 'Cause love's illogical, I know, unpredictable, and so always comes as a surprise. And though it might not make much sense, my brain can't think of a defense, I'm emotionally compromised. Where I belong.
Yeah, 'cause in my head
I feel perplexed.
Oh, but in my heart I
Feel a song. Every time you smile at me, you make my universe so bright.
And every time you hold me close, my heart beats at the speed of light.
Emotionally compromised. When I look into your eyes, I can see and feel it too. It's a love I can't control, I feel it deep down in my soul, that I'm meant to be with you. 'Cause love's illogical, I know, unpredictable, and so always comes as a surprise. And though it might not make much sense, my brain can't think of a defense, I'm emotionally compromised. Someone who understands both my reason and my heart, hand to hand and hand in hand,
like two angles make a line.
I got you and you got me. Emotionally compromised. When I look into your eyes, I can see you feel it too. It's a love I can't control. I feel it deep down in my soul, but I'm meant to be with you. 'Cause love's illogical, I know, unpredictable, and so always comes as a surprise. And though it might not make much sense, it seems my brain can't think of a defense. I'm emotionally compromised. I'm emotionally compromised. Just like two words,
Like make a rhyme,
like day and night,
like space and time,
sunny start,
new paradigm,
fascinating.
it's sublime,
It's just like one
and what we do,
and though I'm broken
down blue,
I feel inside
it must be true,
that I'm in love with you.
yeah.
I'm emotionally compromised.
The detector!
What is it?
According to my calculations, the radiation source is an antimatter asteroid heading towards Kronos.
Takya, I understand if you do not want me to go, but think of all the lives at stake. The rational course of action.
No, I know. You have to go.
Are we all ready?
As I'll ever be.
Captain, I've triangulated the antimatter, and you have just over 2 hours until it impacts the planet.
Well, all right then.
The radiation will jam our signal, so we'll need to decide on a time and place for beam up.
Shall we say original beam down coordinates in exactly 2 hours?
Aye, I'll have it ready in 2 hours.
2 hours, no sooner, no later.
Aye, 2 hours.
All right, let's go. Spock, you coming?
Yes, Jim.
Wait!
I knew I was a good wingman.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Why, Spock, I didn't know you had it in you.
Have what?
Wait, Doctor.
Yes? Do you not want me to go? Because I'm totally okay with not walking into a trap.
I just wanted to wish you luck.
Oh, thank you. I'll, see you in 2 hours.
2 hours.
Why, Doctor, I didn't know you had it in you.
Shut up!
All right, Scotty. Energize. All right, everyone. Set phasers to stun, fan out in formation gamma.
Maybe they've all left. It looks like we're all alone here.
It was historically customary on Kronos to retire from one's place of business at the first hour after sunset. However, since the end of the Third Dynasty...
Fascinating, Spock, I'm sure. That's odd. I am picking up one biosign. Nearby.
You're finally here! Oh, you told me to stand by, so I've just been here waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm Kharthak, by the way, the junior diplomatic envoy. Remember me?
Yeah, hi, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. This is my science officer, Mr. Spock, our ship's medic, Dr. McCoy, and my communications officer, Lieutenant Uhura. It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay, close enough.
It sure is an honor to meet you.
It's a strange definition of honor for a Klingon.
Frankly, I have no patience for Klingons who insist on brandishing swords and going about in armor. It's like they're in some sort of period piece, like Klingon Downton Abbey. Ugh.
A Klingon pacifist.
Oh, I don't necessarily think I'm a pacifist. I'm just willing to face reality. The Empire's future isn't in war, it's in economics and trade, it's in science and art.
Fascinating. Mr. Kharthak, I find you to be quite logical. For a Klingon.
Thank you. You know, Klingons have an incredibly rich culture and history, not to mention technology that could benefit species across the galaxy. And if we weren't so wrapped up in ourselves, we could learn from others too instead of just conquering them.
Sounds like you'd fit in back home in the Federation. You know, like once you figured out the whole handshake thing.
The United Federation of Planets. Oh, I've often dreamed what it must be like there.
Ah, the old UFP.
Oh, what is it like, the Federation, I mean?
Kharthak, I'll tell you about it the only way I know how. By singing. The United Federation of Planets, a beacon in the night. May thy worlds ever turn, may thy suns ever burn with liberty and light.
'Cause we stand for truth and justice.
We stand for
with knowledge we're obsessed.
It's the Alpha Quadrant enlightenment. We're pretty much the best. Capitalist economics, no currency. Nobody sure quite how that all works, but hey, it works for me. The United Federation of Planets, united no sci-fi fantasy, a utopia among the stars, as real as you and me. The United Federation of Planets, we pledge to stand with thee. Thy banner unfurled o'er 1,000 worlds across the galaxy. Oh, UFP. Oh, UFP, you, oh, UFP. Oh, UFP, you're home to me.
That sounds incredible!
Yes, thank you. We are.
Kharthak! It's imperative that we speak to your Klingon High Council as quickly as possible.
Why?
There's an asteroid made entirely of antimatter traveling towards this planet. Impact will occur in just under 2 hours.
Well, about an hour and 50 minutes now because of the song, but...
Say, what's going on in here?
Hello.
Yeah.
Rude. Rude. Rude.
Who are you? This is Maltov.
I'm Maltov.
I'm Captain Kirk of the USS Enterprise.
On Federation ship!
Maltov, please. It's imperative they speak to the Council immediately about something.
Silence! All of you are under arrest. Come with me.
Well, where are you taking us?
I'm taking you straight to the Klingon High Council.
Oh, that's actually really helpful. Thanks.
This way?
I'm not being helpful.
Sir.
In here.
Thanks again.
Stop that. Chancellor!
Yes?
Chancellor, I found these Federation agents lurking in the diplomatic corps.
Good heavens. Do you have anything to say for yourselves?
Well, yeah, Chancellor, we're here to help you.
We need no help.
Silence! Chancellor, there's an antimatter asteroid on collision course with Kronos. Planetary obliteration is imminent. With your assistance, we may be able to divert...
Please! Is that the best you can come up with?
I beg your pardon?
I mean, where's the drama, the intrigue, the romance?
There is an asteroid hurtling through space towards your planet.
Well, you're certainly entitled to your own opinion.
All right, listen, Bob.
I'll have no more of these Federation fabrications. Do you honestly expect me to believe these outrageous claims?
But
even if it were true, the Klingon Empire would have no need for assistance from your pathetic Federation. Besides, you can't expect that I would give a second thought to any alleged threat to our very existence when there are far more important things like imperial tax codes and military expense approvals to deal with. Please. I'm a politician. Lock them up.
No, I can't do this.
They can't have come here alone. Dispatch a warship at once to destroy their vessel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some very important corporate bribes to accept.
Sir, we can't possibly...
Kharthak! How could you do this? You are a disgrace to your house, and what's worse, a traitor.
Shame.
Maltov, you have proven yourself a true warrior today. You embody the essence of the diplomatic corps. In fact, how would you like to do the honors?
I have you where I want you. Now there's nowhere left to run. The jig is up, you're beaten at your game. Another Klingon triumphant before the day is done. All Kronos will be shouting out my name. Honor and glory are all the Klingon lives for. Honor and glory, no power can take that away. Honor and glory, I'll tell it to you once more, that honor and glory's ours today. You didn't ask for help or for your Federation lies. Got no obligation to atone. So spare us your solicitude.
Your pity we despise.
We're warriors and we'll carry on alone. Honor and glory are all a Klingon lives for. Honor and glory, no power can take that away. Honor and glory,
I'm telling to you once more,
that honor and glory is ours today.
So show us what you're made of now. It's time to pick a side. A traitor or a Klingon, make your choice. Betray us now or stay, boy, it is you who must decide. To sing their tune or join your people's voice.
My way was lost in darkness, but now I see. I must defend our Klingon culture and our creed. I know what I must do, and so I will be the Klingon that the Empire needs.
Kharthak! No! more. Honor and glory, no power can take that away. Honor and glory, I'll tell it to you once more. That honor and glory is ours today. Honor and glory, honor and glory, honor and glory is ours today. Honor and glory is ours today.
We've been in here forever. I'm so hungry.
Calm down. It's been like an hour.
I had a small breakfast.
Oh, what? The replicator ran out of Wheaties?
I like Captain Crunch, and you know it.
Oh, come here.
Captain, please, nothing will be solved by us turning on each other.
I'll lay off it, Spock. What does it matter? There's no way out of this place, and the asteroid is less than an hour away. So...
No. Come on, guys. We can't think like that. You know there's no such thing as a no-win situation. Why? Even the Kobayashi Maru.
You cheated the test by installing a subroutine. You employed help from outside the simulation's parameters.
I like to think of it as creative problem solving.
Well, Jim, there's no way to cheat your way out of this one. Not this time.
New shift?
Aye, sir.
Huh? Sorry. All right, come on, everybody, we gotta move.
Kharthak! What was that you were saying about no outside help this time?
You planned all this?
No, I did not.
I thought you had decided to join the Empire.
I am, in a way. I said I'd be the Klingon the Empire needs, not necessarily the one they wanted.
I gotta say, Kharthak.
Ooh, don't say anything just yet.
There's nowhere to run. We've got you surrounded.
Again.
Spock, are we ready to beam up yet?
Not yet. We are here too early. We could only stall them for a few seconds.
Molotov! Wait. It doesn't have to be like this.
Like what?
This constant fighting. We're not so different, you know?
You're a traitor.
No, I'm not! I love the Empire as much as you, but I'm willing to face facts when we need help. And maybe, if you could put your differences aside, you could see that too.
You are all just a bunch of Federation agents and one deserter. Any last words?
Yeah, two, actually. Kirk out.
Kirk.
Captain! Captain, I'm detecting an incoming Klingon vessel. Looks like a bird of prey. Do something.
8 minutes to asteroid impact. We should be able to see it fairly soon.
Everybody to their stations. Spock, Takya. Any ideas how to divert that antimatter?
It may be possible to polarize the gravitons in the Enterprise's tractor beam. That would allow us to extend its range so we could lock onto the asteroid from a distance of 200 kilometers.
The Enterprise's hull should prevent any gamma radiation damage to the crew.
But that still leaves the question of where to deposit the asteroid.
We cannot release it on a hyperbolic orbit out of the system. It could hit a planet in a few hundred years.
Then we must destroy it. The sun!
The sun?
I can calculate a trajectory that will send the asteroid into the star's convection zone.
The Kronos system's central star is certainly massive enough to survive a collision with the antimatter.
Sounds good. Scotty, can you modify the tractor beam?
I can try, sir, but even if we use all our power, there's no guarantee that the modified beam will be strong enough.
We'll have to try anyway. It's the only option we have.
Captain, the Klingon warship is in our sights.
Try hailing them.
No response, sir. Oh, we're hit.
Shall I raise shields, Captain?
No, direct all power to the tractor beam as fast as possible. Chekov, as soon as that antimatter's in sight, I want the tractor beam on full deflection.
My plants won't like this.
What kind of plants are you growing, man?
She can't take much more of this, Captain.
Uhura, try hailing them again.
When has that ever worked?
The asteroid is coming into view.
Now, Chekov, now.
I'm trying, Captain, but the beam is too weak.
The warp core, they've knocked it out of alignment. We're losing power.
Scotty?
To restore power, the core would have to be manually reset.
But even with a hazmat suit, the leaking radiation from the misaligned core would kill you in a couple of minutes, Jim.
The needs of the many outweigh those of the one. I know it can't be otherwise. I'll do what must be done. It's in my hands to save them, to give them all a chance. No time for doubt or question, no final backward glance. And so with words unspoken, with so much left unsaid, with heavy heart, yes heart, and just cold logic in my head, I'll try to help my friends so that this struggle they can win. For though the sky is dark, our fortune's bound to rise again.
All right, so without our warp core, how much power do we have?
Only what little we can get from the back loop generators.
Is it enough to deflect the antimatter?
Nay, it's only enough to support basic functions, life support, communications.
Not even going to fight back, eh? Or have you already accepted our imminent victory?
We've been too busy trying to save your entire civilization. Look, the asteroid is right there now. If we can just redirect its course into the sun.
Do not give me commands. We Klingons can manage our own affairs. We will rid the Empire of this threat ourselves. Repulsor beams on full. Redirect its course into the sun.
A single repulsor beam won't be strong enough.
Silence!
A single repulsor beam isn't strong enough, sir.
To keep trying. Assist us and we will commence firing. We do not need the Federation.
Look, Admiral.
Hi, Admiral.
Whatever, Admiral. Without our help, there's no way...
enough! More! Increase power to repulsors.
They're already maxed out, sir.
Vogos!
What are you doing?
Please, give me a chance to talk to him. Vogos, Maltov, please listen.
Why? When this is all over, you'll be nothing more than a traitorous convict back on Kronos.
If you don't listen, there'll be nothing left to betray.
You've always loved the Federation more than the Empire.
No. That's where you're wrong. I love the Empire. I was born here, my family is here. I just don't think you understand what the Federation really means. It's not about some quirky alien culture that I happen to like. It's not about dressing up in their weird outfits or speaking their silly language.
Hey!
It's about ideals. It's about hope. A hope for something more. A hope that there is something more out there in the cold, lonely void of outer space. Hope that there's more to see, more to know, an infinite variability of planets and life and people. It shows that learning not merely to tolerate, but to seek out and cherish these differences is so much stronger than any act of hostility or destruction. That's what the Federation means. That's what Starfleet stands for. And that's true honor. Not how well you wage war, but how well you can prevent it. And right now, you're too conceited to admit that you were wrong. You're so dogmatic in your ideals that you're unwilling to do what is best for your planet. You're putting your entire civilization in jeopardy just to prove some rhetorical point. So if you really love the Empire as much as you claim to, then I beg of you, Stop this madness and let us help.
Bogos, we must call off this attack.
Very well. What must we do?
Uhura, can you send them Taki's calculations?
Done.
Received. Ready when you are.
Scotty, how are we holding up?
Our backup generators are working on maximum capacity.
All right. On my count. 3, 2, 1, now. Is it working?
Not enough. We're only modifying its collision course, not diverting it. 20 seconds to impact.
We're already using full power.
Scotty?
Give her all she's got, Captain.
14 seconds.
Captain.
We have to keep trying.
10.
What was that?
The warp core. It's come back online.
How?
No time for that. Can you increase power to the tractor beam?
Aye, Captain.
It's working.
The antimatter is being deflected.
What about Kronos?
No damage. The asteroid cleared the atmosphere. It worked!
Kirk, the Empire is indebted to you and your crew. We are, therefore, obligated to ensure your safe passage home as you repair your damage.
The more the merrier. Scotty, I gotta say, you really pulled through for us there.
I didn't do anything. It's like the warp reactor realigned itself.
That's not even possible.
Where's Spock?
Spock.
You don't think that he...
Spock! 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 Spock, what did you do?
What was necessary? I have saved the Enterprise.
No, I gotta get you out of there.
No, Jim, you can't. You will flood the compartment with radiation.
I can't let you die.
The needs of the many.
No, Spock, don't say that. Not now. I need you.
You have always been a capable captain.
But I need you there to tell me what the logical course of action is, so I can decide to do the opposite.
Logic is the beginning of wisdom, not the end.
Spock.
Live long and prosper, Jim. My mind to yours, time is flowing fast, and yet there's still so much more that I have to say. So Jim, let memory store a message till the bitter end that I have always been your friend. I've always been your friend.
What have you done? You had to be a hero. Now the battle is won. I guess that it's all thanks to you, but there is no one. I'm more afraid of losing Spock, 'cause I need my best friend. There's a Vulcan blessing that applies, 'cause it's not yet time to say goodbye. Our journey's just begun, we're gonna get through. And I'm not gonna let you say goodbye. So Spock, I raise my hand and I salute you. Whatever you do, live long and prosper.
With every mile, you made me see my human side. You taught me to smile. That logic isn't everything now, just for a while. I have the privilege to say that I shall always be your friend. I'll always be your friend.
You taught me to see the world through Vulcan eyes. You showed me logic's the key to knowledge and to truth. And Spock, I know you will be right by my side before too long, 'cause I have the best of friends. So a Vulcan blessing will reprise. Spock, please stay with me.
Jim, I will try. My journey's at an end, but we'll continue.
Our journey's just begun, we're gonna get
to
through.
undiscovered countries past the sky.
And I'm not gonna let you say goodbye.
So
Spock, I raise my hand and I salute you. Whatever you do, live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. Spock! Spock!
Decontamination complete.
Spock! Help me! We gotta do something.
He's absorbed too much radiation.
We have to save him.
I'm sorry, Jim. No one's ever survived a dosage this strong.
There must be something we can do.
I'm sorry.
Bones, I'd do anything to save him. Losing him, it'd be like losing my right hand.
Me too. I'd gladly give my right antenna to... Wait! That's it!
What?
The cellular regeneration gland in my antenna.
That's right, the one for radiation exposure in your lab. It might be possible to synthesize a serum from the artificial hormones. It would cost you an antenna.
A price I'm willing to pay.
And there's no guarantee it will work.
But there's a chance.
A slim one, yes. But I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker. Let's get him to sickbay. Come on, buddy. Come on, Spock. You can do this. Come on.
Stardate 5986.7. Returning from our mission, we successfully...
Earth is just coming into view, sir.
Wow. It's good to be home.
Oh, Jim.
Well, how is he?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Hello, Jim.
Spock! Don't ever do something stupid like that again.
It was a necessary action.
Carol!
Jim!
I told you I'd make it back okay.
You did.
I'm sorry for all I've put you through. I understand why you've been so upset.
What?
I know. I'm always jumping into trouble feet first without even thinking about what it does to the people who care about me. Almost losing Spock made me realize that. I'm sorry about our fight.
What fight?
You're right, Carol. Let's just put it all behind us.
Well, it's a tough job saving the galaxy, but someone's got to do it. And no one is better at it than you.
Admiral Burnett to see you, sir!
On screen, please, Uhura.
No, sir, he came aboard the shuttlecraft with Carol.
Oh,
Well done, Captain. Well done.
Admiral, it's an honor.
The pleasure's all mine. You showed true bravery out there.
We couldn't have done it without some help, Admiral. I'd like you to meet Kharthak. Without him, Kronos would be lost, along with the Enterprise and all her crew.
I must say, Kharthak, you are quite the diplomat. With your help, the Federation has already been in close contact with Klingon intelligence officials. Together, we've traced the antimatter trail back to its source. It appears to have been launched from an advanced weapons system.
I knew it. You see, Spock? I told you.
But it did not come from Klingon space.
Of course. Signs now indicate that the asteroid originated in Romulan space.
Fascinating. Romulans are known to possess advanced weapons technology.
We were uncertain how far advanced until now, of course.
But why?
We believe the Romulans expected the Federation to intervene. Klingon intelligence agrees the Romulans likely intended to start a war between the Federation and the Klingon Empire.
A war that very nearly happened.
If that had occurred,
Kronos would have been destroyed.
And this side of the galaxy would have torn itself apart in conflict.
Leaving the Romulans with the perfect opportunity to gain control over the entire Alpha and Beta quadrants.
Precisely, Mr. Spock. The Klingons have expressed interest in joining our surveillance of Romulan space. If everything goes according to plan, we'll need a Klingon ambassador to the Federation.
You mean?
If you'd like.
Yes, of course. Oh, I would be honored.
We'll help you establish a Klingon embassy in San Francisco. Perhaps you'll need a full diplomatic delegation.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I'll go home and pack my bags as soon as possible.
I'm sure Captain Kirk would be happy to give you a lift back to Kronos before heading out on his brand new mission.
New mission?
Yes, sir. After all you and your crew have done, you deserve a nice, relaxing exploration. Nothing too easy, of course.
Don't worry about me, Admiral. You know I'm always able to make things difficult.
Yes. Well, tell you what. Why don't you decide? Boldly go wherever you like.
You're giving me an open-ended assignment?
Don't make me regret it, Kirk.
You're leaving again? So soon.
Duty calls. I guess we're just gonna have to postpone that date again.
Oh no. If you're going, I'm going with you.
Really? I thought you hated going off planet.
No, I hate it when you go off planet because you're always getting into trouble. Maybe with me along, you won't be quite so rash.
You can try.
I, for one, will be happy to be back on Andoria.
I'm sure your fellow scientists will be quite interested in your research now.
Yes, I suppose so. Although, after what happened the last time, I'm not so sure I find another stint on an outpost all that appealing.
An illogical feeling, but understandable given the circumstances.
I think I'll just continue my research on Andoria for a change. If you'd like, you could drop by and join me for a time.
Perhaps so. I certainly do find the idea of research collaboration appealing.
Research collaboration? Spock, you dog.
Well, it looks like in the end everything worked out just the way...
Wait! No, it did not!
What?
We can't keep doing this, Leonard. Do you love me or not?
Where is all this coming from?
Do you or don't you?
Well, yeah, I do. Do you love me?
Is benzosidrine used to treat Vulcan congestive heart failure?
Well, is it?
It is!
Now, if there are no more interruptions, we've got a whole galaxy to explore. What are we waiting for?
We're all set to go.
Just waiting for you, Captain.
All right. Sulu, disengage the external inertial dampeners. Chekov, warm up the thrusters. Piano guy, give me an intro. Now the fighting's over. Now we're back where we belong. Now the show is ending, but there's time for one last song. Back on a 5-year mission with my crewmates and my friends. It may be dangerous, but soon we'll do it all again.
Everybody, we can save the day. Left peril far behind, taking off and getting on our way. Got a brand new frame of mind, on a mission and without a doubt, the heavens beckon, and I reckon it's time. So Mr. Sulu, won't you take us out? Wherever trouble lurks, we will follow Captain Kirk. That's me. The Enterprise's trek resumes today. Back on a 5-year mission with sunny dispositions. We're sure to find adventure on the way. Gonna go and know it's gonna be for discoveries to Thank you.